Assalamu alaikum friends, welcome to Experts of Programming and welcome in the new tutorial of Google Maps API and Google Places API. Friends, in the last video we have set over permissions and other stuff. Now in this video we are going to verify some permissions explicitly and then we will set up our map. So before verifying permission explicitly, let me show you an interface that I have built for this video. Friend, this interface I have built for this video series. I'm not going to develop this interface in front of you because interface is not our priority in this tutorial series. So here is an interface. There's a text view button, a text view and a button. So if you want to examine of this interface, you can message me on my Facebook page or you can comment under the comment section with your email. I can send this XML via email. Anyway, let's start our actual work. So let's create an empty activity. Right click on it, new activity, and create an empty activity and name it as automatic location and finish. So activity has been created. Friends, after Android 6.0 we need to check some permissions explicitly. So let's create a method here, private void get permission, and inside this method we need to create string array of permissions that we want. So manifest dot permission dot access find location, and let me close it, and manifest dot permission dot access course location. These two permissions we need. Now we need to check that the particular device have these two permissions or not, right? If context compat dot check self permission, here we need to pass context get application context and permission that we want to check, manifest dot permission dot access find location is equal to package manager dot permission granted. And friends, we want to check two permissions here, that's why write and context compat dot check self permission get application context manifest dot permission dot access course location is equal to package manager dot permission granted. And if the device have these two permissions, then let's set a boolean here. Let me define boolean here, private boolean permission granted is equal to false. Okay, and if the device have these two permissions, then let's set boolean as true. I will use this boolean in later videos. I will not use this in this video, so don't worry, this boolean will be used in later videos. And if the particular device don't have these two permissions, then we need to ask those permissions. So in the else condition, write activity compat dot request permission this and this permission array permission and request code. So let's define request code here, public static final integer request code and 123 and pass it here request code. So that's it for this method. Now we need to override a method here. Press Ctrl O and find method on request permission result. Okay, remove it and set permission granted boolean variable as false, and let's write a switch statement here, switch, and pass this integer request code. And in first case check request code that we define here, request code. If our request code is equal to this request code, then we need to write a if condition here. So if grant results grant results, this one, dot length is greater than 0, it means that the permission has been granted. So if the permission has been granted, then set permission granted boolean variable as true, and here we can initialize our map. Initialize map, but we need to check multiple permissions here. That's why inside this if condition we need to write for loop int I is equal to 0, I is less than grant results dot length and I plus plus, and inside this for loop we need to write if condition if grant results I not is equal to package manager dot permission granted. So if none of if any permission has not been granted, then we will set permission granted boolean variable as false and return. Okay, so that's it for this method, guys. Now let's initialize our map. Let's create a new method, private void initialize map, and before this let's include map fragment in our layout file. So go to activity automatic location.xml, go to text and include map fragment here, but before this change it relative layout, and here we will include our map fragment. You can find map fragment code from internet. I have copied it from internet. I am going to paste it. So here is a map fragment code in front of you. So you can find it easily from the internet, but don't forget to include this line in your map fragment XML file. Okay guys, the idea of this fragment is map, and don't include this line in your map fragment XML code. Now go back to your Java file automatic location, and inside initialize map method let's write sport map fragment, name it as map fragment is equal to get sport map fragment dot find fragment by id r dot id dot map. Okay, let me close it, and we have to typecast it, cast to map fragment. Now let's create a Google map variable here on top, Google map, and implement on map ready callback interface, and override method on map ready. Okay, and here in this method just initialize your Google map variable with this Google map variable. So let me change the name of our Google map variable. Let me give name it my map. Okay, so initialize it with this Google map variable. My map is equal to Google map. So friends, if this interface method on map ready is called, that means our map is ready. So let's show a toast here, toast our map is ready. And inside initialize map method call a function map fragment dot get map async, and pass your context here, automatic location dot this, and call initialize map method inside on request permission result, and call get permission method inside on create method. Now let's write a click listener on automatic location button. So go to main activity, and here define a button automatic btn, and find that button here is equal to, let me show you the button. Here I have two buttons in this main activity. This is automatic location picker and this is manual location picker. So automatic location button, the ID is detect location. Copy it inside main activity, find view by id r dot id dot detect location, and write a click listener dot set on click listener, sorry, set on click listener new, and inside on click just start automatic location activity, new intent, main activity dot this, and automatic location dot class. So that's it friends. Now let's run the project to check if it's working or not. Run it. Now click on detect my location button. You can see it's asking us permission. That's perfect. Click on allow, and you can see this toast our map is ready, and you can see our map has been initialized. We can zoom in, zoom out. So friend, that's it for this video. I will catch you in the next video. Till then, Allah Hafiz.